Okay, go.
Yeah, I think it just started to record.
Yes.
Okay. So it's nice to have this opportunity to talk to all of you today. So I don't know if there is a particular agenda or yeah.
You are to tell us about the hub and opportunities in the hub. Yeah, generally that hubs related stuff.
Okay. So the WNA hub, WNA for Western Northern African hub for hot over 24 country in the western, the central, and the northern part of the continent. We cover most of the countries except Tunisia and Gabon. Except the two, we cover all of the countries in this part of the continent, and the role we are trying to play in this space is to support the community that already exists, and also work with partners and local government in order to increase the quality of the map for this region, and also see how the map, the data related to the map can be used by the partners there, both for development related activities and for humanitarian responses. So as currently we have a big program called Ubuntu, and the program mainly have two components. The first component is related to a pilot project running in some pilot countries. We started to run 4 pilot projects in 4 pilot countries in order to learn and to also support the community there, and try to really focus on particular thematics and see how we can learn from what has been done in order to extend scale in the same thematic, or work in the same country on other thematic related to what interest we see from the partners and the local government. So we are currently working on the water access project in Niger, particularly in 2 municipalities of Niger. And the objective is to work with the local partners, the local municipalities, in order to collect the data related to water and sanitation, in order to see how this data can support the decision making related to water access, both from the local municipality and from the water resource management direction at the Ministry of Infrastructure. So the project is ongoing. They had the field data collection, and now I think they are working on the remote mapping and the data cleaning phase. And I think there is an initiative so that the data quality program can work with the project team in order to see if there is some validation or this kind of activities they can support on that. We have the public health project running in Senegal, and mainly the objective is to collect the data from health related services in one municipality, very far from that.
Sorry, on mute. It's a mistake.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry about that.
So this project is running with the partnership of with the partnership of Maristop International, Senegal, and also with the Ministry of Health and other local actors there in Senegal. And we have the climate change project that is working in Liberia, focusing on flood response. And the project just started, and the objective there is to map a space that is at risk of floods. I think it's in the coastal part of the continent, in order to use this information to design a rapid alert system that the local actor can use, in order to prevent and face if there is a risk of flooding. And the last project is the Sustainable City project that is going on in Togo, Lomé. Lomé, the municipality of the city of Lomé, in the municipality of Gulf Tree, and in another city called Atapame, and broadly a municipality called Oguwan. This project is focusing on how urban infrastructure data can be used by local municipality in order to better plan, wisely, to take into account some sustainable approach. We know that this sustainable city is one sustainable cities project is one of the is a global goal at the global level. So it's important for the people at the local level to understand how they can leverage what already exists and profit from the community that exists in the countries, in order to try to start working, thinking on how the data can be, the geodata can be used, and particularly the data from OpenStreetMap can be used for this urban planning. And for the four pilot projects, the hub is working with the local OpenStreetMap communities in these countries. In Niger, it's with OpenStreetMap Niger. In Senegal, OpenStreetMap Senegal, and Togo, OpenStreetMap Togo. But in Liberia, considering the OpenStreetMap Liberia is not was not fully registered, we are working with HiLab Liberia, but the task force is composed by OSM Liberia. So working with the community in order to give them some resources and be an opportunity to have some trainings and organize some activities and recruit some new members and so on. This is the pilot project that is focusing on thematic activities. It is a small project for 4 months, and the budget is around 35,000 $35,000. So it's not a bigger project, but it's a small project to try something, learn how the partners are interested, how the local government is interested, and how the community is working together, so that we can see how it can be replicated and to have a bigger impact in these areas. The other part of the work we are doing is at the community level, how we excuse me, how we support the community. Of course, working on the pilot, this thematic project is a way also to support the community, but it is not enough. We wanted to have a particular approach targeting the community, working with the community for the community development, not targeting a particular thematic project, but working like to lay the foundation of the Western community in each country. So we have a community development program, let's say strategy. I will share a small video with you describing this this strategy, but we have, as I said, 24 countries in the region. 4 of these 24 countries don't have Western communities already existing. And we choose to have a pilot approach also there, starting with 10 countries. So for 10 countries out of these 24 countries, we started with a training related to sharpening the skills, the management skills of the Western communities there. So this training was civil society organization management and governance training. So it's related to strategical planning, project management, finance management, innovation, using gender-related aspect in the functioning, and also how to be creative working on the activities. So this training have been implemented by a university called University Senghor of Alexandria for 2 months. It is a certified training, and 30 people from the Western community have been trained, 3 per country and 3 per organization, 3 per country, and 3 per country. At the end of this training, what we are planning is to give some grants for these 10 countries that benefited from the training. And the grant will be up to $10,000 and only focusing on community building. So this is related to training new members, training the community leaders, organizing mapping activities, paying for internet, for example, in order to allow the mapping activities, designing reward system for the best mapper in the countries, and so on, in order to build trust among the community and to call for new members. And this grant is focusing on growing the community to as I say, and it's a grant for 6 months. And after these 6 months, what we are planning to do is to learn from what have been done and extend for 10 other countries for the same idea of having the training and having the funding. And the funding will be targeting some activities, because in the first cohort of 10 countries, we haven't really chosen the activities and so on, because we want the community members to be creative and propose some activities they think can support the growing of the community. And after the 6 months, we will be able to learn what have been successful, and based on that, propose maybe some orientation for the second cohort of countries. But we are also planning, based on the first cohort, learn which organization, which country is operating very well, so that we can, based on the particular experience, to extend to the 4 countries that don't have an OSM community for now. So the program is starting, the granting program is starting December, 1st of December. So at the beginning of March, we'll have the 4 new countries, that is like Cape Verde, Bissau Guinea, Sao Tome and Principe, and Equatorial Guinea. This country, we will have our first cohort best performer traveling there to work with them in order to start new communities there, supporting them, and so to raise and start organizing some OSM activity, recruiting contributors, and so that after at the end of the first cohort, the newcomer will have like around 3 months of operation. So when we will go with the second cohort of country for 6 months, they can jump in and work with these 10 other countries in order also to have some mentorship and so on in order to grow the community in these particular countries. So this is the approach we are having, particularly focusing on the growing of the community, and it's something we want to try and learn what is successful, and also document it enough in order to be able to replicate. And in these community development activities, what we are doing is also to see how we can take into account some key elements we share. And for example, these elements can be related to communication. How HOT can support this community these communities in the communication activities. And in this aspect, we are going to take into account the online engagement actors at Global, share experience, organize some activities with them, and so on and so on. And we are also thinking about how to work with the local communities in disaster-related activities, because at HOT we want it to be to shift like from global disaster activation to local led disaster activation, like local communities. If there is some a disaster, for example, in a particular country, the community, the OSM community in this country is the best one to lead the activation and the work around the activities related to this disaster. So the idea is about how we can work with the community on that, so that maybe we need to discuss with the community, to train the community, and also to learn from their experience on these disaster-related activities. Because also at OT, there is some protocols about this disaster response activities, so that we can maybe try to work with the community, not really transfer, but also like adapt to have some activation process or protocol that is very suitable for the community, and have the community taking the lead for this kind of activities. We are also thinking about not only supporting the inter-country activities of the community, but also supporting the communities from different countries to talk to each other, organize some activities together, organize some forums, some conferences, how the community at the regional level and globally at the country, at the continental level, can start organizing activities together. And all these approach will implement them during this 6 months phase of the first cohort of the granting program. trying, and yeah, it is a good opportunity also because thinking about how the community need to be supported to grow the mapping and the quality of the data. Each community at the local level need to have the needed skills in order to be able to success this data quality challenge or goals. So we need to have some people that are skillful, that have been trained to support this community in the data quality related activities. And at the end, maybe we need to have in each country like some kind of data quality referent, someone that has been trained, that had a particular training, so that it can be the one that maybe he's the quality guy, the data quality guy at the community level. It can be one or two persons. It depends on the country, or it depends on the community, the need of the particular need of each community. But this is also an objective we have, and yeah, for the coming 6 months, we will work with the community in the 10 pilot countries in order to test all these activities, these approaches, so that we can have at the end a good process, a good best practices we can document and share with the rest of the countries. So yeah, this is but yeah, we have in the hub we have a partnership manager that is working with all the other people in the team in order to maybe raise partnership for the hub and also support the partnership for the communities. For example, if we have a partners in Cote d'Ivoire, for example, we are trying to link these partners with the local community so that they can start working together, because the sustainability of the communities is the ability to raise funding and build confidence at the local level so that they can work with local partners to organize some activities. We also have some tech specialists that is supporting the hub on starting these tech tools we are using, and also engaging all the community in the tech strategy, having the community contributing to the tech, and also being sure that the community they are not facing some difficulties using the tools, the technical tools of what that are broadly open source. Yeah, the hub is based in Dakar, but most of us we are remote. I think all of us we are working from remote. For example, me, I'm working from Burkina Faso. The partnership manager is working from Niger. The tech specialist is working from Cote d'Ivoire, and so. So yeah, to be brief, this is the hub, what we are doing so far, and what we are planning to do for the coming semester, and the possible collaboration we can have with you. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Just a question from me. Please keep the questions coming. I can't see any in chat right now, but my question is, how can the interns get involved with the hub right now, and even after the internship?
Yeah, I think for now, the intern can work with the hub in two domains. The first one is relating to the remote mapping activities. For example, we had a remote mapping project in Niger where the participation, you need to be intermediate mapper to be able to contribute, but we didn't have a lot of contributors, so yeah, the project is not going so good. So we reduced the requirements so that the beginner can contribute also. So if the beginner are contributing, it's sure that the quality of the data will not be quite good. So we need some the interns can support on the validation and yeah, be supporting to see if all the mapping activities are going well. There is also some field data collection activities, and yeah, after the field data collection, there is a team locally that is working in the data cleaning aspect. And yeah, the intern can also support these local actors in the data cleaning activities so that yeah, the local team is sure that the final deliverable will be a data from good quality that will go on OpenTree. And yeah, after the internship, as I said, the interns can support the local OSM communities in the region, in the maybe with mentorship. Maybe there is some countries where we don't have some data quality person, so that we can have some mentorship there, so that we have someone that is chosen and working with the intern, so that he can work with him to for knowledge transfer, so that at the local level they finally have a people, a person that is this reference guy that can do the data quality check of all the work that is done locally.
Awesome, awesome. That's very good to know. Guys, please unmute yourself and ask if you have any questions. Maybe the other question maybe I may have, you were talking about micro grants. Are there like any individual micro grants or smaller group micro grants, stuff like that, that you think the interns can apply for and get?
Yeah, for now, the grant that we are working on is targeting the OSM communities in the countries, but we have another grant we are working on that will be an open grant, but I'm not sure, yeah, an individual can be able to apply. I'm not sure because the grant is, I need to talk to one of my colleagues to be sure. Maybe the grant is targeting some organization. We need to be registered so that the funding can be transferred to the account of an organization. Because at OUT, we have some bad experience of the grant being transferred to a personal account, and after that there is some difficulties. So we are trying to avoid, yeah, for some amount of a grant, if maybe it's like some kind of micro or hyper micro grant, we can work with some individual, but with some amount, it's good to work with some organization.
Awesome. There's some two questions in the chat. One is coming from Mike. He's asking, demandable community building strategy, just to ask, how are those communities now and how are they still contributing? Thank you.
Yeah, we have the community is not at the same level. For example, as I said, if you take Cape Verde, we don't have some kind, maybe we can have some contributors, some like not regular contributors or some contributors coming from other countries, but locally we don't have like a community working together on OSM related activities. So this is like, there is no community, organized community there. We have some countries like, if you take Congo, Congo or Chad or Central African Republic. We have some actors that are trying to start a community, but this community is not, strong enough yet. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 guys trying to start something, and need to have support, technical support, and funding to really start doing things. But you also have some communities like Mali, Niger, Senegal, where you have a community that exists for long, maybe for 8, for 9 years, and organizing activities, and are starting to be like to be tight, because they are not recruiting a lot of new contributors to the community. So it's the same guys that is there for 5 or 6 countries. So they are starting to be tired, or starting to have a lot of activities, like professional activities, that is making them not being able to contribute so far for the community. So the region is diverse concerning the communities, and we are trying to not to use the same approach for all of them, but to have diverse approach, and be able to maybe base on those who have a lot of experience, so that they can support the other one, and in this way build like kind of great network, community network, but not like her being there and bridging the community. We need the community to link to them, to themselves, and grow by themselves.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Wende. Another one is, hello, Wende. Thank you for being here today. I want to ask, what is the main challenge at the Hub West Africa, and how is it unique? How is it to unique people of different languages in one project? Is that a challenge there?
Yeah, I think from the community side, I think maybe the challenge we have from now is to maybe start building trust among the community, because the community, particularly in our region, have globally have a greater experience on OpenStreetMap and working with art, and working with also a lot of partners coming from many countries, and we need to build the trust with them, so that they can start to be confident that we are the right partner on this task. They can say that yes, we are going to work together, but we need to make them trust we are sharing the same objective, and this building the trust in the community is one of the main challenges we are having. And the other one is she just asked the main challenge, so I will related to the language. We have 4 main languages in the region. We have English, French, Portuguese, and Arabic. But most of the people from the Arabic space are speaking French. So we are trying to bring them and have, for now we have like 2 bigger community, that is English-speaking communities, French-speaking communities. And when we will start working with the Portuguese country, we will have a 3rd group. And the approach we are having is to not to have like a broader community space, and trying to have translation so that each one can understand, that they can understand each other. We are having French communities and English communities. If we are we have some activities or some communication to do. We are doing it for the we are designing the English related materials, English related speakers, and so on, so that we have English related communication and also French speaking French related communication for the French speaking countries, so that if we have a community member that is speaking French and we are interacting, you don't think about English. There is no English. If we have a space when we speak with the English related guys, you don't understand, you don't hear another language than English, so that you can feel comfortable to speak the language you speak the most and be able to be understood. Yeah, not being frustrated because the translation is not good or is not understanding what the other is saying. So this is what we are operating for now, and we are planning also to maybe try to do the same for the Portuguese country. It depends, and if there is like maybe for some Portuguese country, there is also a second language like English or French, I don't know, that most of the contributors understand. If we are in this situation, maybe we'll see if it's possible to have the Portuguese speaking countries, some of them joining the English court or the French court. But in the case, what we are planning is to have a particular network for these Portuguese people, where we will only speak Portuguese. If we are sharing document with them, this document will be first translated in Portuguese and so on and so that they can feel comfortable accessing the hub in the language they can speak.
Awesome, very good to know how you're working around the languages. One we're actually out of time, but there's one more question in the chat. You mentioned that one of your projects is about preventing climate change in flood issues. Recently, as a plan, I'm curious about SDGs issues, especially in disaster prevention. How do the projects impact? How do the projects impact to reduce the climate change issues?
Yeah, particularly the project will be targeting, as I said, the risk related to flooding in the country. So there will be data collection activities with the local actors in the area concerned by, yeah, most of the time the place that that is concerned by the flooding, the flooding, and there will be mapping so that these data can be used by local actors to prevent, for example, with sensitization activities toward the people that are living there. And in order to have like some kind of alert system, if there is a risk of floods, yeah, there is some alert that will be raised, and the local government can take a step and try to prevent and maybe move the people that are living there if there is a there is already still people yeah, living there. But the project team of course will particularly work on the outcomes, maybe trying to align the outcome of the project to some indicators or some impact area of SDG, so that we can have some confidence that what we are doing is aligned with a global goals, and we are targeting a particular indicators that have already been identified globally. This is something maybe that can be found in the monitoring framework of the project, that maybe of course can be shared with you if needed.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I think we are already past time, and I cannot see any more questions in the chat. Just so to mention, is it okay if you can share the hub's social media platforms? for us to follow and see the activities that are ongoing. Otherwise, in case you have any questions, when there is on Slack, they can ask you, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. He's on
No
Slack.
problem. Feel free to do it.
Yeah, he uses the same name as you're seeing here on Slack. Please reach out, especially for those that are in the hub, in case you have any questions directly. And then I wanted to request if I can share the video in our channel. There's a video that you shared earlier on.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I share it in our platform?
Yeah, you can.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I think that's it for now. Yes. I can't see the links to the. I think I can share that as well, the different social media platforms for the hub. Otherwise, thank you so much, Wendy, for accepting to speak to the interns. Everything was very insightful and formative. Yeah, have a great day. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, and
Thank you.
bye, everyone.